Welcome to a new episode of the Baydoun Hack. And today I have another special guest. Zohaib H, known as a Realtor on Harley. I'm happy to have you today, Zohaib.
Thank you so much for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
And congratulations for your new company.
Thank you so much.
It's called Bull and Bear, right?
Bull and Bear Properties, yeah.
When did you open the company?
October 2022. So we've crossed 2.5 years now.
Ah, mashallah, God bless, God
Thank
bless. So Zohaib, tell me, how different your life is before having your own real estate agency and after that. What are the advantages or disadvantages of being employed under a real estate agency as opposed to having your own agency?
Of course, you make a little more money than you used to by yourself. But the challenge is a little. I mean, let's be real. You know that agency owners don't take home as much as agents do.
True.
Right? So realistically, yeah, it's a little different, but it's a lot more time consuming. It takes the life out of you because as an agency owner, you know, right? You're not just an agent anymore. Your sales, your marketing, your admin, your support, your pretty much everything. So it does take most of your life out, but at the end of the day, it's still good because a lot of your agents also learn from you, they understand from you, and they take home something from you. And this way, they are able to work on their own clients that way. So overall, it's a good learning experience as well. But yeah, we've managed to cross 2 years now, so
God bless.
Thank you.
If you want to give an advice to someone that's working in the real estate industry today, a realtor working for an agency, and that person is considering opening his or her own agency, what would be your advice to them when a person or a realtor is ready to open his own agency? What are the prerequisites for that?
There's a lot of boxes that you have to check up, man. You have to make sure that you have a whole bunch of clients that you can rely on to continue business. It's also not very easy setting it up because when you open up an agency, you want to have some good, reliable brokers that you can work with. Hiring new brokers in the market to come and join your agency is easy, but hiring professional agents is very difficult. Took me 2 years to have just 10 good quality brokers today. Each one of them closing about 3 to 5 deals in a month. Alhamdulillah. But I know that a lot of agents who manage to crack a few deals, let's say through social media or having 2-3 big clients, but what they don't remember is that you have to keep in mind that every time you have to go out and get a new client because that's what's going to keep your shop running. And many a times people open up an agency thinking that it's very easy. Why should I share 50% of my commission with the agency owner? But they don't take into consideration there's 100 other costs involved in that, from your rental to your back-end support staff, things like opening your bank accounts, getting AML compliance, your cost of admin, driver, licensing, renewals, so on and so forth. So it's like 100 things that come into consideration. And then you realize that I was better off just keeping my 50%.
Yeah.
Because the other 50% is not really worth it. But yeah, I mean, I hear some horror stories that people open up agencies and shut down within 1, 2, 3 months. And that's because they probably didn't take into consideration the costing that's involved in running an agency.
Good point. Actually, I know a few top agents in the market, top performing, and they don't have their own agencies. And I discussed with them why you did not open it. They gave me the same logic, but also they passed to me a tip. They told me that we have a special arrangements with our agencies. So we have 80-20 split. They take 80% and they pass 20% to the agency. So if a top performer has this option, you think it's better to maintain his 80-20 and skip the agency or no?
Before I left my previous agency that I worked with, and alhamdulillah, I was able to make it on the top of the charts pretty much every second month or so. So I was doing fairly well compared to the other 90 plus agents in the agency. And I took this option up with my agency owner as well. I was like, listen, let's up my commission and I will continue to stay here because majority of the work was being done by me. I was even told by them that you don't come to the office, you don't have a desk, you don't use marketing support, you don't use the social media guys, you don't even have property finder or any listings online, but you're getting that much business. And I said, yes, that's correct. And I didn't really want to open up my own agency. I was just hoping for getting a better split so that I don't have to deal with all the headache. But of course, our values didn't align. We didn't have the same agreement. So we decided to move on. But yeah, I mean, if someone can get 80% split, which I know some of the agencies are doing, then you will save yourself a lot of trouble
Very interesting.
by just not opening up the agency.
Very interesting. Mentioning social media, obviously, Zuhaib, now you are very well known on social media in the real estate industry. Explain to me how your journey started and at which point in time you went viral. What was the crack that made you go viral on social media?
Everybody wants to get viral on social media. I started this in 2018 on YouTube specifically. Fast forward to 2020, I started doing Instagram stories. That's when Instagram introduced that little icon on the top. And I used to put up maybe 20, 30 stories every single day.
Whoa.
Just pinpointing a project, what's the price, I like this unit, I like the views from here, this is a good price point, it'll appreciate in the future, and so on and so forth. And I continued that from the year 2020 until 2021 March. That's when these kids, K9, Fahad and Majdi,
Yeah.
they approached me and they're like, we see you do a lot of stories, but we don't see you on TikTok. And I'm a guy who was pro social media even back in the day. So my wife used to tell me, are you stupid? I mean, like, people are not going to be coming to Instagram to look for a house. People come to Instagram to look at other couples on holiday and watch food pictures. So what are you doing on social media? So I said, no, I kind of have a feeling about this. And if you'll go back, you'll see my YouTube channel is on from 2018, 2019.
Wow.
Once they approached me, I was like, I don't think TikTok is really for this, because TikTok was at that time kids dancing on social media.
Exactly.
Right? But they were after me and they said, no, you need to get on it. You need to get on it. I pulled aside a budget for about 6-7 months and I said, okay, you know what? Let's give it a shot. And with their support all the way till today, I still work with them. It's really, really helped me to blow up my social media. In terms of you asking, was there a crack or was there something that really helped go viral? No, I was pretty okay with experimenting different things. And I saw that my page was getting a lot of hate from day one.
Ooh, interesting. Why?
I don't know, maybe because of my height or because of the way I speak or maybe the way I dress, I don't know. But for some reason that from day one, all my videos had a lot of hate. And I was also one of the first few people probably in the world promoting social real estate on social media.
2018, that was rare.
2018, TikTok probably wasn't even that active here.
I think so.
2021 is when it picked up. And from that day onwards, I kept posting. And then after 6 months of continuously posting, so 30 videos a month for 6 months. And that's where my first deal came from social media. And I was
After
like,
6 months.
after 6 months of
Wow.
continuously posting.
That's persistence and consistency.
Yes. That was also my budget that I had set. But after 3-4 months, I started seeing an inflow of leads from people across the globe who I could have never reached through by just cold calling a random database. And when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is going towards something interesting. Same time Instagram introduced Reels. So I started posting over there as well. And leads started flowing in. 6 months later, first transaction. That's when I realized, I'm like, okay, you know what? This is a game changer. Today I have all these people who see me in the industry pointing and laughing at me and making jokes when I'm walking by, but they don't know that I'm closing deals behind the scenes. I'm getting all my lead traction from social media. And I think I just kept going, and now I've doubled down, working towards 3 timesing it now.
You still get most of your leads through social media?
I get 90% of my business from social media.
I love this. So I have an interesting question. Which platform do you think performs better for real estate? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn?
Okay, so what I do on YouTube is a lot of my heavy duty videos, more like 2-minute, 3-minute chit-chatting, talking to people, or just talking about business in general, real estate and so on. So a lot of the bigger families that I work with from across the globe have found me through YouTube. The younger clientele who's more into, a few of them are retail buyers, 1, 2, 3 apartments, and a few of them are kind of bulk buyers, but like 5, 7, 8 units. These guys have found me through Instagram and TikTok. LinkedIn, I have managed to connect with a few CEOs from across the globe who have also come and bought product with me. So I don't know. I'm unable to put my foot down that which is the best platform so far. But at the end of the day, they say, right, you throw 20 stones in the air, few of them will hit someone.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
What's the story of the Harley? Why you are calling yourself, or people are calling you the realtor on Harley?
My wife and I, we both ride Harley Davidsons, right? Since the year 2018. And we enjoy riding. At the same time, I love what I do, and so does my wife. And we were trying to find a name that would work, mixing real estate as well as the Harley riding passion. And then we just came up with this name, and it kind of stuck from there. From the start, when we set it up, it just stayed there.
That's cool, actually, because it reminds me of the story of the Queen of Supercars that I've hosted a couple of episodes ago.
I did see that, yeah.
And the King of Supercars, they have exactly the same story. They met, they were dating, and then they decided like they are into supercars, and then they changed their social media names.
Nice, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I did see their podcast. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. When it comes to the type of social media that goes viral and generates the most amount of content, there are like multiple opinions on this. Some people, they say social media is not the place for educational content. Like educational content, it performs well to a certain extent, but it doesn't explode and go viral. Mostly entertaining content like comedy is the one that goes viral. I've seen your style. You are one of the guys that's a bit daring on social media in the sense where you don't just post content about the real estate directly, you post comedy content on real estate somehow or related to real estate somehow. Which type of content performs better on your platform, and which type of content generates for you the most amount of leads?
I would not be able to give which one is better in comparison to the other, because a lot of people think that social media is like work. I think differently. Social media is not like work. Social media is for you to unwind and to relax, correct? That's what you do in the evenings when you sit at home browsing while TV is playing in the background. What I started learning in the earlier days was that if I keep it slightly professional, where I give out value, give out information, but at the same time, I share exactly who I am on social media. Whatever you see is 90% me as a person. And when someone wants to buy something, people like to buy with people they like, right? So people like to buy with their friends. People like to buy with people that they like. So when you go into a showroom to buy a car, you will try and make sure that you like the salesman. If you don't like the salesman, you'll probably be like, okay, I'll think about it. You'll come back the next day, buy the same car, but with somebody else.
True.
Right? So I just put myself out there as the person that I am. What you see me on the screen is the exact same person you'll see in real life. Clients like that. People like that. When people like that, they start connecting with you. So you give out information, you put your personality out. Don't keep it as work that I have to shoot 20 pieces of content and just keep posting for the sake of it. There's 100,000 agents doing that. But there are very few that are putting their own personality out, where people get to know you before they even meet you. Every time one of my clients walks into the office, it's like, hey buddy, how's it going? They shake my hand, give me a hug, whatever. Like they already know me from before. I'm meeting them for the first time.
It makes sense actually, because look, also from my end on social media, people were telling me at the beginning, like, just keep it on a niche level, just focus on real estate. But I'm not just a real estate expert. I'm also the athlete.
Of course, you are.
I have my social life.
Sure.
So I'm sharing those all together. People tell me, like, why did you focus only on one part? Because that's not me. I'm all of that together.
And I see that whenever I see your post, and I'm like, you know what? This is refreshing. It's not the same standard every single day, same thing, real estate. Because when you just do that, you're perceived as a salesman.
True.
You're here for your personal gain. Whereas in reality, maybe that's not your intention. Me as a real estate broker or agency owner, yes, I'd like to make a sale, but you know what? First, I want to see if this guy and I connect. Is he even going to be comfortable working with me or not? Does he even like me to sit across the table and say, okay, Z, you have this much knowledge in your head, put it out, let's talk business. If he likes me, that's it. He's going to come and be like, Z, whatever you say, let's go buy it.
Interesting.
right? So people like to buy from people that they like. And what you're doing, I think it's phenomenal. Don't change that ever.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Usually you'd like to nowadays the fact that you have your own stuff, you have your own company. Are you more picky when it comes to the ticket price, i.e. your time is limited as a head of agency and the time of your agents is limited? Do you try not to focus more on high ticket items versus low ticket items, or you don't care about it?
Fantastic question, man. I think there are different types of clients everywhere, right? Some people can afford $500,000. Some people can afford $20 million. If they choose me to be their representative, I can't be singling them out because, oh, you're not worth my time. At the end of the day, you are a client, I'm a client. You want to buy a Ferrari, maybe I want to buy a Mercedes, right? You come to the same shop. Yeah, maybe the salesman might not give me enough attention, might give you more attention because you're buying the Ferrari. But at the end of the day, I feel it would be unfair for me to say, oh, you only want to spend $600,000 for a studio? Okay, you know what? Here's one of my agents, talk to them. I mean, I don't personally feel that's right. Yes, I will manage my time accordingly. My agents are well trained under my wife and myself to be able to handle the situations and deal with the clients. But as and when they have a requirement, if they say, Z, can you step in for 5 minutes? They want to have a chat before they take a call. I'll always step in. I mean, why would I say no? It's at the end of the day, they are buying for some people, it could be their life savings. For some people, it could be pocket change. But at the end of the day, a client is a client.
100%. I have a question related to the approach by which you handle a client and a deal that's low ticket versus a high ticket deal. Is the approach of the sale or pitching different, or is the same?
What we try to do is not really focus on the product. A lot of times agents make a mistake of just focusing on that one bedroom apartment for an investment purpose. For example, what we try to focus on is not that one bedroom apartment, but instead what that area or what that locality or what that development or how strategically it's placed is actually going to affect the property in the longer run. Many a times we say, oh, check out this amazing one bedroom, beautiful finishing, amazing view. This is the one to go for. Look at the price per square foot. Amazing, great. But what's coming up in the neighborhood? You could sell something in Majan for $500,000, but then it's going to take a while for that area to pick up. This is just an example, right? But if you look at, let's say, where Damac Islands was launched recently, a lot of people don't know the road network expansion that's coming up there.
100%.
Right? There is a flyover between Suqaim and I think the Business Bay exit, which is Al Waha, between Dubai Hills Estate. There is one exit which is going to be connecting from there, going across to Global Village with a new full flyover junction going all the way to Damac Islands. A lot of people don't know about that.
True.
Right?
And they don't know that the metro is coming to the area also.
Exactly. I managed to sneak out an RTA drawing in 2021. I have it in my phone still. I don't give it to any of my agents because I know they'll get in trouble. But I have that official drawing. It's a preliminary drawing in 2021 March, where Global Village is going to have a flyover coming up next to it, just across Acres and Damac Islands, another junction, next to Shoba Reserve, as well as Arabian Ranches 3. So all these areas are going to have huge junctions coming up, which are going to connect the city even better.
Nice.
We started buying heavily in Ranches 3, in Shoba Reserve, as well as Aldar Athlon, just because of this expansion. So this is what we try to focus on. More on the area, what future benefits it's going to have compared to the just one. So we don't really pick and say, okay, if I'm going to sell this one, how am I going to sell it? If I'm going to sell this one, how am I going to sell it? I think it's more on how that product is going to perform in the future, regardless of what it may be.
Makes sense. Now, in the market, the term luxury is being used left, right, and center, right? Mm-hmm. So, in your opinion, as an expert in the market, how would you differentiate between an actual luxury product versus a normal product?
I'm not even an expert yet, but I think luxury is defined different for everyone, right? You could have a product that's 1 million and you could say it's luxury. and you can have a product that's 50 million, you could say luxury. There are certain developments I look at that are above $10 million, but the finishing is not all that great.
I agree.
I have been to some of those buildings and I am surprised at what the thing is that they have handed over. And some buildings are 5-7 years old and you can see it. Like, you know what? They say that this was luxury when they sold it, but it doesn't seem like it.
They did not live up to the promise.
Correct. There are certain developers who are good in maintaining their properties, which is something that I like. I know Damak does that a lot. I know Shoba does that a lot. Imar does that a lot. And Miras and Nakhil and so on. But, I mean, I know it's overly used, affordable luxury and so on. But realistically, I mean, you could buy your tiles from China and they look amazing. You could buy the same quartz from, I don't know, some other factory in China. It would be perfect. I don't know how to put it towards luxury and not luxury because, yes, you're right. Everyone's using it. But again, I don't really sit with too many homeowners or end users, like we call it. I sit more with the investor clientele. So for me, it's okay. I put $10. Am I going to make 2 cents on the dollar or not? That's about it.
That makes sense. Yeah. You and your wife, you both work in the real estate. And I believe you're partners in the company,
That's correct.
right?
That's correct.
Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having your wife working with you or working together as partners in the same company?
I don't want to work with my wife. No, but on a serious note, yeah, we live in the same house together. Majority of the times we come in the same car together. We sit next to each other in the office, and then we go back home to the same house together. It's easy and it's tough. We both get along pretty well, but we also know when the other person should shut up, right? Because many a times we have disagreements, but we can't portray it in front of the team, because if you portray it in front of the team, then everyone's like, oops, the guys are angry. We got to sit quietly. Now, we understand, okay, you know what? Maybe she's right. I'll just sit quiet this time. Or maybe he's right and she'll sit quiet this time. But it is tough. But to be honest, she handles the entire office. The entire team loves her. She is the backbone of the company. I can say that. Like, if she wasn't there, I would probably be having my own bed in the office where I'd be sleeping.
Wow.
Because I don't think I'd be able to run the office without her.
Wow. Yeah. Very interesting. What are your plans for the future? Your plans on social media and your plans for your real estate company? Where do you see your social media presence in 5 years? And where do you see your company in 5 years?
Social media in 5 years. I'm hoping to be able to sell a lot more houses through social media, no doubt. But I always had this thing at the back of my mind when I started seeing transactions coming in through social media. And I was like, okay, I want to be that person who has sold at least one house to every single individual in the world in Dubai. So that's what I want to achieve. But looking at the company, we're very, very picky with who we take on board, because one bad seed can spoil everything else, right? So we have only 10 agents at the moment, but we have seats for 12. 2 seats have been empty for the past 6 months because I am not able to find a good quality agent who I can bring on board, who gels with the entire team. So we've got this kind of atmosphere where if one agent doesn't know something, 3 others will stand up to help the other one. Here, we don't have any other agents trying to snatch onto what this guy left around or whatever like that. So our team is really, really well close-knit. We help each other a lot together. And gradually, over the next 5 years, maybe we plan to expand to about 30 agents, not more than that.
Inshallah.
But we want to keep it simple because our agents, touch wood, are doing good today. Each one of them is closing a good 3 to 5 transactions a month on fairly good ticket size products. So we don't want to spoil that rhythm by just hiring 50 agents and then everyone's in chaos. We don't know what's going on.
Interesting. Now, due to the fact that you're getting most of your business from social media, and I'm assuming that your leads are international, not all of them living in Dubai, or many of them are not living in Dubai, correct?
About 30 to 40% are international, yes.
Interesting. So usually when you close the deal with your international customers, you close it with them online, or they have to fly in, like look and feel, check the country, like how easy it is to close a deal online? Because, real estate property is not a shirt. It's an expensive investment. How easy that is.
Like I said earlier, majority of my clients get to know me way before they even start messaging me, right? So they already have that comfort level with me, that they know who they're talking to. They have the trust factor with me. And this is what I've seen with majority of the clients. About 60 to 70% of our transactions happen over Zoom calls.
Oof, that's a big one.
Yes, even from some of the people that live in Dubai. Yes, after the transaction, they do come visit us. If they ever feel like they want to go see the project, they do. But 60 to 70%, my team closes over Zoom calls.
Wow, that's big. You know, that's a very important factor, because basically that means the people that follows you, they trusted you even before they started talking to you.
That's correct.
Because for them to close the deal online, they entrusted you on their money, on you handling their transactions in Dubai without their presence. That's huge, man.
At the end of the day, I'm not doing the whole introduction for myself when I get on a call with a client.
You don't have to.
Because that's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where people relate. And that's why I say it's so important that people like to buy from people that they trust, that they believe in, or they can think that they are their friends. And this is the same thing we've implemented also with our team, making them understand that, look, just put yourself in the other person's shoes. How would you like to be treated if you were the client? And they say, I'd like a good treatment. I'd like to be taken care of. I'd like all my needs to be addressed as and when required. I said, exactly, just be that person.
Makes sense.
The second you are that person, that client who bought from you 1 will end up buying from you 10 across your entire life. Today you're with BNB, no problem, with Bull and Bear. Tomorrow you're with somebody else. Doesn't matter. He will still call you first.
Interesting.
Because you gave him the service.
Correct.
Just happened with some of our clients recently. I mean, one of them called me up the other day. He bought a 4-bedroom with me in Dubai Creek Harbor for 6.5 million. One day before that, he bought a villa in Dubai South for 3.5 million. And then all I kept doing was getting his payments delivered to the developer, collecting his receipts, sending it back to him, making sure his money is going in the right way, in the right place. And that's it. 6 months later, he's like, Z, I have another 2-3 million. What do I do? I said, Damak Islands right now. He said, okay, how much do you need? I said, send me a check of 500,000. I'll get you the house. He's like, okay, done. Go to my office, go collect it. I didn't have to do anything.
Wow.
So just tell them that, just give that service that they want. Because at the end of the day, what do you want? As an investor, you want peace of mind.
100%.
You want someone who takes care of all the headaches, doesn't have to deal with going to anybody's office, making the payment, waiting for half an hour to get the receipt. And that's it. He's bought you. He's not bought the product. That's what he's done.
Are you focused? It seems that you're focused more on the primary market rather than secondary. But do you handle also secondary deals, or something that's you're not highly interested in?
No, we try to cater to pretty much everything. So we have 10 agents. 3 of them handle the secondary division. Simultaneously, they also do off-plan. But majority of the time, what we do is whoever is our clients that buy with us, we take care of their properties. So whenever the properties get ready, they want to rent it out, we get that sorted out. They want to flip it, they want to sell it, we do that. They want to do short-term rental, we don't do short-term rentals yet, but we have partnered with 3 good companies that we trust, and we give them their portfolio, so they take over it. But if people come to us, they want to buy something from the secondary market, we have 3 agents who are specialized in understanding how it works. One guy also does land sales. So I just divert the traffic towards them.
Interesting. By the way, that's a very debatable topic. Long-term leasing versus short-term leasing. Okay, like holiday homes. Which option you would recommend to your clients, and why?
All depends on what the person likes. How much of a shift in the graph he's okay to see. Short-term rentals is more like the graph, right? It's always jumping up and down. If it's October, November, December, Jan, Feb, you're always shooting up. And March, April, May, June, you're going down slightly. So depends on the personality. Me, myself, I own a few properties here. I enjoy long-term rental.
Okay.
I will collect 1-2% less. But what I'd do is I'd given off, let's say if my apartment is worth 100,000 for rental for the year, I'd say, okay, you know what? Give me 95, pay in 1 check. I'll see you next year. Assalamu alaikum. So I'm that kind of person. I don't want to bother with what's going on every 6 months, deposit a check, all that nonsense. I just put the deal on the table for the guy. Give me 5,000 less, I'm okay. I'll see you next year. And that's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
There is a new trend in social media, not you actually, it has been here for a while, by realtors in general, particularly the ones that are on social media, where they're trying like to show off wealth.
Yes.
The cars, the watches, the classics.
I do that every day.
So what do you like? Because honestly, I've interviewed many people in the industry and I've seen different point of view. Some people would say, yes, it's important to show this off because that shows success. People will entrust you more. They will see that you made it, and they will like to deal with you. Other people would say, like, no, it's better to play it low profile. The customer will feel that you're not arrogant. You are less of a higher profile, which will make him feel more comfortable dealing with you and encourage him to close the deal with you. What do you think, or what's your position in relation to this topic?
Again, a very, very debatable debatable topic, right? Yeah. Okay, I am a big fanatic of watches. I love my watches. I have a few of them. And I do put them up on my social almost every morning. But the reason for me to do that is because I am a watch fanatic, right? I am a part of a few watch clubs in the Middle East.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I am also into cars. So I'm a part of the G63 club as well as the Harley Davidson clubs. Right? So all these people that follow me are someone who likes either Harley Davidsons, some of them who love watches. Whenever they sit with me, they show me their watches. We chit chat about it for a while, as well as the car itself and so on. It's things that relate with people. Yes, sometimes people will take you as you're arrogant. You're showing off your brand new Rolex every morning. I understand that. And I think it's okay because social media is such a tool that you could reach hundreds of thousands of people every day. It's not necessary that everyone has to like you.
True.
And you're not out there to have people like you. You're out there showing who you are. Let's say an influencer, for example, who I know, Ayman Yaman.
Oh, yeah.
He's a cool guy.
He is very cool guy.
He's looked at as a nice individual. But he has a Ferrari every second, third day on his social. You're not going to say he's arrogant. No. He's doing well for himself, mashallah, and he's made it there. Yeah. You have another guy, MK on road. He does car marketing. So he's got a different car every other day. You're not going to call him arrogant. Yeah, some people may not like it because either they're jealous or whatever. But I see it as, you know what? This is you as a personality. You go to the gym every morning. Shit, I am jealous, boss. I need to get there. But you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. You're not showing off.
Yeah.
This is something that you've done, and I think you're proud of it. And I don't think there's any harm in showing it to people. Maybe you might help somebody in the process.
Yes.
And you know what? Hey, try this instead of that. This helped me build these biceps. There you go. Some people will still say you're showing off.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Well, look, I'll be honest, particularly guys. I receive a lot of hate from the guys on social media.
Aren't you glad it's not from the girls? But you get my idea what I'm saying, right? You could relate with somebody or the other, and it's all right, I guess. Let the people do what they want to do.
100%. Now, although like we usually don't ask those conventional questions, but as you are here with me today, I have to ask this question.
Go for it, man.
Everyone is now trying to speculate what's going to happen in the coming 2 to 3 years in Dubai's real estate market. So this rise after COVID, every year I hear the same theory. That's the last year. Next year, the market's going to slow down. That's the last year. Next year, the market's going to slow down. And we're not slowing down. Mm-hmm. Till when you think this upwards trend in the market is going to continue?
What's your opinion?
My opinion?
Your opinion.
I think at the moment, the prices of Dubai's properties will be close to Europe's price of properties. This is when we're going to stabilize. There won't be a drop. It's going to be a stabilization. Because today, if you are a millionaire or a billionaire, what are your options on the international scene? You have Miami, which is expensive and not safe. Europe, everyone is running out of Europe. Singapore, which is an island, so the supply is limited and it's fully developed. And you have Dubai. And Dubai is the cheapest, and the price of property today is around 20 to 25% the price of property in Europe. Like, there is no logic in the world that would explain it. And Dubai, one of the safest cities in the world. You have all the entertainment, one of the best infrastructures on the planet, one of the best environments for doing business. It's the dream of every single person. Actually, everyone that I know that comes and live in Dubai, they have a hard time to go even and visit their home countries because their standards are up there. So there's no logic that would justify that the prices will stay at that level.
True.
I can see easily the prices still doubling and tripling and quadrupling even. I'm telling you, in my humble view, the moment we reach the level of Europe, this is when things gonna stabilize. But we still have a long run in front of us.
We have a long way to go. The other day, we were just having a conversation with one of my very big clients, and it was on the phone. My wife, myself, and him on the phone while we were in the car. And we were telling him, we're like, listen, man, today you still have the opportunity to buy a house with the view of the Burj Khalifa. Today, if you try to acquire a property with the view of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, you can't afford it.
Impossible.
It's unattainable.
True.
Today, we're seeing history in the making. Today, I can still buy a 2-bedroom with a Burj Khalifa view in Burj Vista for $5.5 million. You can't get that in any other country in the world.
100%.
You go to downtown London, what are you going to get there?
Get nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Maybe in zone 2, a flat for
There you
700
go.
square foot. That's
There
it.
you go. Exactly. Here, you have the opportunity to buy into history in the making. You can buy amazing properties in phenomenal locations with dirt cheap prices compared to anywhere else in the world. All the points you mentioned, 100% bang on. Plus, look at statistics. Okay? 2021, 35,000 golden visas or 36,000 golden visas. 2022, the number jumped over 64,000. 2023, the number crossed 120,000. This year alone, until August, this is on Google, Dubai Chamber has it, 150 plus thousand golden visas issued.
Wow.
Two category of people, right?
Yeah.
One is the person who's invested 2 million dirhams in the Dubai market, and two, the guy whose salary is more than 30,000 dirhams. You know what? Discount 50%. Okay? 150 plus 120 plus 40 plus 30. Let's say 150,000 people in total. All these people who have invested that kind of money need a place to stay. Dubai has a shortage. That's why rents are going high up. People are complaining rents are too high, rents are too high. When Dubai is building so many houses, people are like, oh, oversupply, oversupply. Like, listen, man, hold on. Let's go back to trade licenses. Business setups in Dubai. Dubai Chamber again has released numbers. This year alone, we've crossed more than 45,000 trade licenses set up. Last year was 33,000, 34,000. The year before that, another 20,000. Let's say overall 70,000 licenses.
Well, that's 3 years only.
Let's discount 50% again. That's what, 35,000 licenses? Okay, 35,000 licenses. I'm not saying any big companies. Let's say all of them are SMEs, small business companies, right? 10 people. 35,000 licenses multiplied by 10.
350,000 people.
That's 350,000 people just coming to Dubai.
Wow.
Where are they going to stay, bro? There is no place. Rents will continue to skyrocket until products get delivered. But you know what's going to happen? Another 150,000 more people are going to apply for the golden visa.
Correct.
Because you know what you said earlier? This is the safest city in the world. There is no place like here.
True.
So I don't see the prices dropping. Yes, they will start stabilizing and start trading at one bar, which will be there eventually in a couple of years.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I have a question related to the general presence in media versus social media. Because also I see there is this trend now where people are trying to appear on TV, particularly in real estate shows, versus social media. Do you still see a due to the change in the mindset and the overall mood in the market where people are seeing less and less TV? Do you still see that the media is stronger tool for you to become more known and generate business as opposed to social media, or it's the other way around?
I'm sure it helps. Yes, I know that a lot. The numbers for people who watch the regular old media, which is TV, is drastically dropping. I think Netflix had put out some numbers that the subscribers had dropped down comparatively before.
Interesting. I want to check it actually.
Yes. The numbers have actually gone down of the subscribers for programs like Netflix and so on. And I see a lot more people now just being on their phones constantly all the time because it's such a powerful tool, right? And I think the best part about social media is that you can skip every few seconds. Whereas if you're watching a TV show, it's like, okay, I'm stuck. I need to watch this concentrating for like 45 minutes. So I think the whole trend is changing. Even the younger crowd prefers social media more than your standard TV shows. But it definitely does help. I'm sure it does help. I think Ben did pretty well.
Yeah, that went fantastically well.
He did pretty well for himself. And a lot of these TV shows you see from LA, like Selling Sunset and whatever, I think it definitely must have helped their business, no doubt.
I even heard that actually I know of a person that might appear on the cast of Selling Sunset Dubai version.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, if it happens, that's going to be a big thing for the country.
Amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. I think Dubai needs that limelight.
Yeah.
Which they're showcasing all across the globe, but they're not showcasing in the most happening city in the world.
100%. Zohaib, if you want to tell your audience something about you that you never shared so far on social media, what would that thing be?
What would that thing be?
Yeah, think about it. What's your hidden secret?
I don't think I have any hidden secrets, man. I think pretty much everything is out there. Pretty open guy. I think I'm pretty simple. But no, I don't think I have anything that's really hidden out there. But would you know something about me that's hidden?
Not really.
Oh, I'll ask you to put it out there then. But no, I'm a pretty open guy, man. Whatever you see on social media is the same guy you'll see in front of you. I'm a guy who swears when I talk and I have a good time.
Cool.
Awesome.
Zohaib, if you want to give an advice for someone that just landed in Dubai and wants to enter the real estate market, because there's this motto now. People think the moment they're going to enter the real estate market, they're going to become millionaires in no time. Obviously, they're being influenced by social media. What's your advice to those people?
Good things take time. Good things really do take time. And I think like you said, people are influenced by social media. We make it look easy. We are partially to blame. And I think partially a lot of the agency owners as well to blame, because they portray an image and we portray an image on social media that it is easy. But nobody ever shows their losses, right? On social media.
That's very important point.
Everyone always shows their wins. So don't get carried away with what you see, because all that glitters is obviously not gold. So it'll take time, but you never know. You might just kick it in early and you might make your millions within the first 2 years.
What do you think the criteria based on which a realtor should be selecting the agency to work for?
A lot of factors, man. I get this message almost every day, at least from 1 to 2 people, that I want to move into real estate. What kind of agency do I work with? I tell them you have 3-4 options. One is if you want to start from the ground and make your money the right way or learn every single thing, then you start with rentals. Find an agency that focuses on rentals. Master that. Then move into secondary sales. Then master that. And then find an agency that does secondary sales. And then move to off-plan. But a lot of people come here and say, hey, you know what? Why should I waste my time doing rentals and secondary sales when I can just come and sell off-plan? Everyone's just doing that. I said, yeah, you could do that. But where are you going to find the people who buy this kind of product from you? Like, you are new in the market. There are very few people that are going to trust you, because they don't know you, that you've been in the market for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years.
And you don't have a network.
You don't have a network. You're coming to a brand new country where you don't know anyone. What makes you think you will sell? I said, no, everyone's doing it. I said, yeah, everyone's doing it, but they've been here for a few years. They have networking skills. They know how to go and meet people and talk to people. Network, like you said, is so important. But if someone's coming in fresh, my recommendation is always start from the ground up. I've done 4 years of rentals, and then I moved into secondary, and I understood how the Villa project by Dubai Holding.
Yes.
I used to master that area back in the day. And then from there, I decided to move back into off-plan sales. And that's when I learned gradually. So if you know all these 3-4 things, I think you should be able to kill it.
Excellent. When people, they enter the market, you have some people that come without college degrees and people that come with college degrees. Now, there are different points of view about which type of people would perform better in the real estate market. I'd like to pick up your view on that.
What are the views that you're seeing that which type of people will perform better?
So some people would say when you come with a degree, you have more sophistication, you have the ability to create a stronger case, so you're going to pitch the product differently. The other school of thought is that when you don't have a college degree, you don't overthink it. So you go and you just keep hustling.
You just jump.
You jump and you get it done, because when you have a degree, you overthink it.
You overanalyze.
You overanalyze. It's analysis to paralysis. And you are more hesitant.
True.
And honestly, my personal view, I've seen that in the sales market, people without a college degree, they perform better. That's my observation. I'm not saying that every single person with a college degree did not perform well. I see top performers with college degrees.
True.
But in general, I see that the ones without college degree, more daring, and like they have no boundaries, like when it comes to pitching and trying to close.
I understand. And at the end of the day, I mean, I'm a college dropout, right? So I never completed college. I think I did 3 months of college and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go out and make some money or do something with my life. But realistically, I have some people on my team who are engineering graduates, you know, right? And they know their stuff. But again, if they keep on evolving their mind in understanding, learning, improving, and so on and so forth, you could be someone who failed in high school and you'd still perform well. Like you said, they don't think as much. They go out and they hustle. And at the end of the day, the clients who you sit across the table with, what do they want? They want someone trustworthy, someone who knows what they're talking about, and someone who can get the job done. You don't need a college degree to get the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Zohaib, it was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much, brother.
I know that you have a dinner. We're not going to hold you for longer.
I'm so sorry I have to run, but I was really enjoying myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And stay tuned for the upcoming episode.